Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I have another video I'm going to share with you guys today. I'm using the Kangaroo Company stamp set and the Kangaroo dies. This is just such an adorable stamp set. It's in our new January to June mini catalog, and here is our cute little box that we're going to make today. It holds 2 bath bombs. Those are actually 2 different bath bombs. I got them at my local Dollar Tree. I love that store so much. This is the original packaging that it came in, and as you guys can see, not very pretty, does not make a very good presentation. So that's what I'm here for. We're going to jazz this up a little bit. So we're going to start with a piece of soft suede that is 6 3/4 by 9. I'm going to score it on the 9-inch side at a 1/2 inch, at 3 1/2, 4 3/4, and then at 7 3/4. And then I'm going to turn it to the short side, and I am going to score it at 1 1/4 and at 5 1/2. I made this a week ago, so I'm really making sure my notes are right. Let me move that out of the way. Let's burnish all those score marks. Okay. That one, and that one. Okay. Now on this side here that has the tiny edge on it, we need to cut away the tabs on each side. We don't need them, so we'll just cut those off and do the same thing on this side. Just cut those away. We don't need them. And then I'm just going to go back in and just put a slight little angle on that lip. That's going to be our front little flap that folds in. And then on these score marks, we need to just trim up on the score marks. And then I'm just going to slightly go back in and wedge them out just a smidge. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing on this last tab. Just go in and wedge those out, and then slightly wedge that one. We'll come over here and do the same thing, just like we just did. I'm gonna wedge that. I have been busy all day in my craft room, all day. Only taking a few breaks here and there. Okay, got a lot to do. It's getting the end of the month. I have my Kit Club projects. I have to get my videos all done. That's what I worked on and got completed today. And then I have to work on my kit, free make and take packets for February. I don't like being behind, so I like to work ahead. So that's what it looks like once you get it all cut out the way that you want it to go. We're going to flip it over. And then these front tabs right here, let me show you. So this is the way the box opens. So this is this front tab here. So these tabs don't have to be that long as what they are, is what I'm trying to say. So they're not that wide. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. If you wanted it to be perfect and you wanted to measure it, you could do that. You could keep also this piece as you're trimming and just lay it right here on that end if you want to make sure that you're getting them pretty darn close to the same width. I'm trying to make sure I'm not cutting that back tab back there. Okay, so that's what we have to do there. Then we're simply just going to put our adhesive on these tabs, and I'm trying to do it the wrong way. Got it right the first time. So we're just going to put adhesive on those tabs and fold them in. So let's do that. So I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus, and I'm going to put adhesive, like I just said, on all 4 tabs. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to line this score mark up with the edge of that So let me just see if I can get my fingers to work and get out of the way so you can see. So just line it up like that. And then again, this one. And then we'll line this one up. And then lastly, this back one. Just line it up, okay? And you just make sure you got a good adherence. We'll fold these in. Fold these tabs in, the side ones in. And then we'll fold the front one. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I think I forgot to wedge. Yep, we've got to wedge on these as well. And that's what I forgot to do. So I'm just going to wedge that one and that one, and then come this way. I knew something wasn't right when I was trying to close it. So just wedge that. And again, you're just eyeballing that. Okay, now this will close much easier. And just fold. Now I don't know what it's giving. There we go. It's just getting stuck. So if it's too tight, you can go in and wedge these just a little bit more if you're having trouble with it closing. But once I get it all in there, see, mine's closing good now. It's just getting stuck on the sides, I think, on the flaps. Let me clean this up. You get cardstock on that silicone mat, it does not want to move. I have noticed that today because I've been working so much. Okay, so for my top panel, I have real red cardstock. This measures 4 by 2 3/4. Then I have a piece of Blushing Bride that is 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then my DSP is 2 1/4 by 3.5. For my front and back panels, my real red is 4. I have 2 pieces for the front and the back, like I just said. 4 by 1, 2 pieces of Blushing Bride. That is 3 3/4 by 3/4. And then the DSP is 3.5 by 1/2 inch. And then for the side panels, so these side panels here, I have real red at 2 3/4 by 1 inch. 2 Blushing Bride, that is 2.5 by 3/4, and then 2 pieces of DSP that is 2 1/4 by 1/2 inch. I will try to remember and put those when I do the video. I will try to put those on the screen for you guys since that was a lot. So let's just go ahead and we can layer all this together before we put it on the box. And you could have put it on the box too before I put the box together. I just like to do it this way better. But like I said, you can do it however you want to do it. If you want to do it when the box is still open, because it's easy to figure out which is the top, which is the bottom, which is the sides, that kind of thing, you can still do it, okay? Now, I am going to use Tombow to adhere it to the top of the box, just because the box is already together, and I want to be able to hold it and slide it if I need to get it to be straight. And it would be harder to do if I used the stamp and seal. Okay, I'll just go ahead and adhere that like that. And then we'll put some on the back of the DSP. And just put that on there like that, okay? Same thing. And these are going to go on our side panels. I am going to use the Stamp and Seal Plus just because it's a box. It's going to be opened and closed a couple of different times, so I want to make sure that I get a good seal and everything like that on it. So let's put that, and then we'll put that there like that. Okay, now let's move on to the front and the back panels. Same thing. Grab some seal and put on the back of the blushing bride. And then we'll just adhere it right in the center like that. You guys don't have to move as fast as I'm trying to do for the video, so you can make sure you get yours all aligned nice and evenly and everything. And don't rush like I am right now. Okay, whoops. Must have adhesive on my finger. Everything's wanting to stick to it. Okay, and turn that around so I can get the other end. And make sure you guys join me. I do a weekly Facebook Live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I'm just going to put this, I'm going to put this one on the back. I didn't like the way the DSP where it got cut, but it looks like the front's the same way, so it doesn't really matter. Just don't favor that little line right there that got cut off, but not going to throw away my DSP and not use it because of that. Okay, let's go ahead and stick this right on the front of the box. How cute is that, you guys? I love this cute little box. Turn that front flap in. Let me put the lid on my Tombow. And we will do our stamping and then die cutting. So I have a piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to use Memento ink, and I'm going to ink up the little kangaroo. And then we'll just stamp him. And I'm using Memento ink because I am going to color him. And that is the ink you want to use when you're coloring. So I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm going to open up the Real Red, and I'm going to stamp the flowers so I can die cut them out, and I stamped them in Real Red on Blushing Bride cardstock. I'm using the two punches, the two heart punches, and I'm going to punch one out. The scalloped one is going to be in Soft Suede. And then I'm going to punch the red one out in, or I'm sorry, the regular one out using Blushing Bride cardstock. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Oh, no, I need that. Let's go ahead and stamp, or no, wrong stamp. Let's do the sentiment right in the center, like that, and then we'll take the heart, and we're just going to randomly do a few around the perimeter of that heart, just like that, just to give it a little something extra. Get this stuff out of the way. Now I can go ahead and adhere the Blushing Bride heart to the Soft Suede heart just by using some adhesive like that. And then I'm going to pop some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. I just got a text from a very dear friend that she was in the hospital about a week ago. She's back in the hospital now. And I'm so worried about her because it's not dire or anything, but I mean, it could turn into something serious, so that's what has me worried. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna color the kangaroo before I cut him out. To do that, I'm gonna use dark and light Soft Suede. I will speed the video up as I'm coloring so it won't take so long. So here we go. Okay. Here, when I was being not careful, I was going to color the bottom of the pouch the same color, the dark soft suede, and then at the last minute I decided to do the light. So I would be more careful if you're going to do that in the future, just to make sure. But right at the last minute I was like, you know what, I was just going to color just the top half, the light soft suede. And right at the end I was like, I think I'll do that whole thing. Because on the original, that's what I did. Okay, we're going to have to trim this down to get it to fit in the smaller Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we'll cut this out, and then I'll have to come back and cut out the flowers. This little machine has been a lifesaver. If you guys heard me say that I moved my room around because it's just a lot anymore for me to just stand. I used to constantly stand when I craft, when I make things, and I still stand the majority of the time. But it's nice like this to, when I do the videos, to be able to sit down and have the option if I want to sit down. And this little cut and emboss machine has come in so handy doing my videos. Like I just told you guys, I finished all my videos for my monthly Kit Club projects today, and it was just so nice to just be able to sit down during all of those, have this little machine right here to the right of me or to the left, and just be able to use it and not have to have the big machine. I almost didn't get this because my logic was, why do I need it? I have the big one, and we can't do live classes right now, and I don't go to crops or anything like that. We all can't get together, so why? And then I decided to go ahead and purchase it. I have to tell you, I am just so glad that I did. So this little Kangaroo comes with the little slit, so you can put the little baby in, you can put the flowers in, so you can put all these little different things in the pouch. So you really don't have to worry too much about doing that. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of my flower. And then we're just going to take that and just kind of put the bottom one in there is all I'm going to be worried about. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of the Kangaroo. Like that. So just kind of random spots. And you could use some mini, let's grab some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And we'll put along his tail. So like right around this area. Just like that, okay? And then we'll just peel these off. We're almost done, folks. I know it's been a long video. Make sure that you visit my blog too, because when I've had time, I have been trying to do PDFs for you guys. I've had a lot of people reach out and tell me how much they enjoy the PDFs. They like the PDFs, even though there's a video, that they really like the PDFs. I don't go into as detail as what I do for my classes or my monthly Kit Club. But I do give you the measurements and the scoring, but like for the decoration, that kind of thing, like stamping and all that kind of stuff, I don't really go that much into detail about it. Okay, now the last thing, we're going to use some of this twine, the snail mail twine combo pack. And I don't know, but I love this twine. I never used to be a fan of twine. It was just always hard and stiff, and this twine is so soft, you guys. Like, it is just amazing how soft it is. Just gonna cut that off. I'm gonna use both of them, the white and the pink. We're gonna tie a super cute little tiny bow. Maybe if I can get my finger to pick that up. I'm not sure if it did, but we're gonna go with it. I got something dirty on it, dang it. So let's just pull that one end. We're gonna make it small. We want a tiny bow. Okay, and then I'm just gonna trim the ends off. Grab my mini glue dots. just put that right on the back. I'm going to use my pick tool to pick it up, and then we're just going to put it right above the sentiment, just like that. How cute is that, you guys? I love this box. I think it's so cute. I love how they turned out. And I thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Make sure that you hit the like button and give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You can leave me a comment, and I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel, so I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.